Hey, Marty Fenton with Cornerstone Christian Church. I want to share with you in John chapter 2, there's a record of the first miracle of Jesus turning water into wine at a wedding. And just to set it up, Jesus' mother is at the wedding. The whole community is turned out. Jesus and his disciples, at least the ones he'd called thus far, were at the wedding. And his mother finds out they're out of wine. And so Mary, Jesus' mother, comes to Jesus and says, "We're out of wine." And Jesus' response is, this is the paraphrase, "Mom, not now. It's not my time. Don't involve me. It's not my time to reveal who I am." Of course, Mary knew who Jesus was. And Mary responded to Jesus when he said, "It's not my time. Mom, why do you involve me?" She just simply responds to the people standing near Jesus, "Do whatever he tells you." And she walks away. And I love that, just that confidence that Mary had in Jesus. Well, the story unfolds, right? It's John chapter 2, and Jesus performs a miracle. He turns water into wine. And at the end of the passage, John 2, verses 1 through 11, it says that the disciples put their faith in Jesus because they saw the miracle. I just want to share two things, two principles, two truths that I think are still timeless today. When Mary turned to those around Jesus and said, "Do whatever he tells you," here's the truth. We need to still do what Jesus tells us, whatever he tells us. And you might argue, or you might say in your mind, but how do I know what Jesus is telling me? It's through the word. Jesus tells us over and over again through the word that we are to follow him, right? If you've seen me, you've seen the Father, Jesus says. In another case, Jesus says, "He who loves me obeys me." What does Jesus tell us to do? The Bible's full of things that Jesus tells us to do, right? And so it's as if Mary is telling us, or God, ultimately, God is telling us, do whatever Jesus tells you to do. And the second truth, the second principle I want to encourage you with, just as the disciples put their faith in him, we need to be putting our faith in Jesus. And qualified, we need to put our faith in Jesus, and we need to keep our faith in Jesus. Don't let anything or anyone take first place but Jesus. So we need to be about doing what Jesus tells us to do day in and day out, like starting today, starting tomorrow, starting every day. Just do what Jesus tells you to do. Draw close to him and keep your faith in Jesus no matter what distractions come, because the best place to be is as close to Jesus as we can get.